expected.
Let me guess. 1 year out of the academy, 0 combat experience, little punk thinks the shit don't stink. Well, just to let you know,
The shit does stink.
stinks like shit.
If you'll just give me a shot.
Give this your shot.
Yeah, if you'll excuse me, it's time to round up a real team.
So, welcome here to the J2C, I already fucked it up in that sake. Welcome here to the J2C show. New name. We're working with that, and we are live in studio. I'm joined here, not over the phone, not over all that bullshit. We're joined here live in studio of JC and JT, as we again announced our new name. We're switching it from the in the morning bullshit and into night bullshit because we really just do it whenever the fuck we want. So, JC and JT experienced in their time here in Walla Walla as they made a discovery over on Main Street earlier tonight as they were getting up here. They saw a Model T, but more importantly, JT found the stairs.
Well, I mean, basically, JT just gets, shiny things attract him.
Yeah.
And then
Well, see, I went from being happy because of the Model T to being extremely pissed off that there were stairs. And it's not like a flight of stairs. Like, there's a pause in the goddamn stairs when you think, oh, it could be done. No, there's more fucking stairs.
At least there was a fucking pause for you, because if there wasn't, it wouldn't be good.
I hate stairs. I'm gonna call OSHA on this shit. Where's it's not handicap accessible.
Handicap accessible.
Yeah.
Well, you went the wrong door to begin
We were on
with.
6.5. We only made it halfway. We saw a chick with big booties. Boobies, not booties.
Booties, boobies.
She had big booties too. She was in like
both.
70s parachute pants and stuff, and she was walking like kind of like what's that?
Parachute pants.
Yeah.
Was this 30 years ago?
It was right up
40 years ago?
side, right up by the puke
Wait.
stain.
Were you the puke? Okay, that's a normal occurrence. That's a normal occurrence down here.
I think she just got the good dick because she was walking bow-legged, and parachute pants and boots and boots.
Well, no. To her defense, I know I saw who you were talking about.
You saw, yeah.
And they had a taco
I'd smash.
They had a food truck, a taco.
She'd smash.
Sure.
He pointed out to me. He's like,
are you
"Ooh,
talking
two
about
gold biddies."
Are you talking about the yellow jumpsuit?
Was that
No, I
parachute
think
pants?
Okay, never mind. I'm
Curran.
thinking, yeah, there was a lot of, I saw a lot of things out there that I didn't know what the hell was from. It looked like people were dressing from 40 or 50 years ago.
But you know what? I will admit, when we came in here, I'm like, oh shit, this is lit, because there's like cafes on both sides, people eating outside and shit.
Live bands, yeah. It was pretty
live
cool.
bands. It's a lot pumping here.
If it wasn't for all the fucking liberals, it'd be a pretty cool place.
JT's already dropping it down. But yeah, a lot of live music here. Friday, Saturday nights is big.
I got complimented on my shirt, Gas Monkey Garage.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
Make hella fast cars.
And they make good choppers too.
They make choppers now.
Choppers, not just good.
Choppers. No, it's good.
They weld it.
No.
They weld a good chopper.
Weld good choppers together.
Okay, so as JT talking about, he had his moment with the stairs. He had a fun time.
Fucking stairs. Why the fuck? Hey, let's come to Walla Walla, they said. It would be fun, they said. We'll record in studio, they said. Never fucking mention the stairs.
Well, you know what?
Never mention the stairs.
It's just
That's
warm
key.
up.
That's number one. You mentioned that number one. You say, hey, the stairs were on the second story. Do you want to come to Walla Walla? My answer would have been, fuck, no.
And
I have to walk those stairs every day, so I guess I'm used to it.
Well, yeah, that's why you're skinny and I'm fat. Yeah, this is the difference.
Well, we're going to hit the tennis courts. I think that'll help you a little bit here, as they should.
Fuck tennis.
So
You're my doubles partner here, JT.
True, I know what doubles partners for life.
If we're going to go win Wimbledon, we
Yeah.
need to get you back on the court with me.
True. In Crocs, too.
Yeah,
I'm the
we'll bring
best
that.
tennis player.
We're going to get
Crocs.
sponsored by Crocs, and we're going to completely just dress in like cotton shirts and shorty shorts, because that's what the women want to see.
Fuck it, we'll just go naked in Crocs.
I mean, we got to have a second racket up there on the court. So, anyways, we're way off. We're way fucking off
guys know how to
topic
eat,
as
that's all
it's
I'm saying.
usual. It's a usual occurrence here. Is we're
Occurrence?
currents and current.
Curran.
But our main topic here tonight.
It's fucking stupid. Who picked it?
I picked it because
fucking retarded.
we have 4th of July coming up. We have a national.
There's 2 goddamn movies. There's 2.
Well, no. I don't know. You guys probably, if you're listening to this, you probably know that JT's always fucking wrong.
JT's always right.
We're looking at we're going to go over our top Independence movies. Patriotic also in the category for Independence Day. 4th of July is coming up, so we're going to honor that day. And so we went with this. This was kind of a fun topic for us. As JT said...
Just speak for yourself, man.
JT can't fucking find anything about any... I mean, it's hard for you not to see that there's fucking a movie that says Independence Day in the title.
I know, that's one of the 2.
There's American in a lot of movies' titles.
Yeah, I know. We did our...
4th of July.
We did our Memorial Day... podcast
we
already.
Did a war
we already
movie.
did that.
We did war movies. That's all different.
War is America. America is war.
Yes.
That's the one thing we have.
There are so many movies that are patriotic. That's what I took sense to. I was thinking America-based. So
I'm thinking 4th of July based here. America-based.
It all fits. It all revolves into
war movies is America-based. I mean, we already did a wars movie
God
thing.
damn it, JT.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Apparently.
We're going derailed in the first 5 minutes, that's for damn sure.
Well, this is what happens when you get us in studio. It's just going to be a bloodbath, free-for-all, all-American bloodbath.
All-American.
Okay, so we're going to say, fuck it, JT, I'm guessing if you have 2, you don't have anything other than on your list.
Well, I have 3 from my dad, from Dadzilla.
Okay, well, he helped you out. We'll make this a conjoined list. But if you don't have anything that didn't make your list, since I guess there's only 5.
I didn't get shit.
So we'll save your top 5. I had a few that I didn't put on the list that I wanted to put on the list, but then I was thinking I had a couple that were in my top 5, and then I was thinking other movies that popped up. I'm like, ooh, this is better. All right, switch them out. So I had a hard time because there's too many, not too many.
Too little.
Yeah, fuck you too, JT. But JC, did you have any trouble pulling out a top 5, and did you have any that did not make the list?
I wouldn't say that I had necessarily had trouble, but it did take a little bit more research.
Wasn't fucking easy
than the last ones.
JT, if you would wake up past noon and then spend at least an hour looking up, you would find more than 2.
But then I'd have to actually like put effort into this.
You can. I literally put on a site patriotic movies or sorry.
Yeah, I know. I went to the Fox News website too.
They gave me 50. Fox News had it. Gave me 50, and that made everything easier.
CNN had one, but it was all fucking communist movies.
All right, JT, you're done for right now. We'll move on. JC, we'll start with you, and then
the segment of JT's rant is now over.
No, that's at the end of the show. We got his thought of the day coming up, and I have no clue what probably something about doing with fucking chairs or stairs. Maybe chairs too. That might be involved.
Yeah,
chairs,
fucking. Don't even get me started on chairs with arms. Fucking, I have a fat ass. Okay, my booty is too bootylicious, and when I go home and sit down, it's a 50-50. Not even a 50-50. Let's go 80-20.
There's way too much junk in the trunk
that I'm not going to fit in a fucking armchair. There's an 80% chance. Fucking, I went to B of A. They had a tiny ass chairs there, fucking doing a squat. Then I fake that I have a cramp. I'm like, "Oh, Charlie Hearst," and then I stand up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's the worst." I'm like,
wait,
"Yeah."
I don't even get the term Charlie Hearst. Is that what you told him? You told him Charlie Hearst?
No. See, Charlie Hearst is worse than a Charlie horse because Charlie Hearst put you in the fucking ground.
Yeah, that's true. That is pretty fucking true.
And that's how you live with a speech impediment. You make shit up.
I have a friend that does that. And quick story before we get into this is we already fucked off too much.
It's about you. I'm on point. I'm the wild card in this situation.
Yeah, way on point. But we went to Wendy's. We were in a drive-thru. We were coming back from camping. We're getting food to go back. This is all in Pendleton. And yeah, shout out to Pendleton. So we went to Wendy's, and I made the mistake of letting him drive so that he can order. And he has a very bad lisp. And if you haven't been around him, you won't know what the hell he's fucking saying for, I don't know, anything. So we let him order. And this is the most ironic thing. So he made 4 orders. He made an order for him, he made an order for me, and he made an order for his parents. Everybody got their food except for him because he was switching his mind in between. He'd be like, "Oh, I want the cheeseburger, but he had it in like a cheeseburger and very badly. But then he switched his mind. No, so I want the thick and as you can hear, you can't hear anything.
Especially on those speakers too.
Yeah, right.
So exactly. So the person. So we get the meal, we get everything, and we didn't check. We just got out of there, and we're looking through our meal, and I got my little burger or something like that, some shit. And then his parents got a salad and something else.
Who the fuck goes to Wendy's to get a salad?
Hey, you know what?
It's the home of the Baconator. Be fucking American.
There you go. There's your real thought of the day. But he didn't get anything, so he was pissed. And his friends are the owner of Wendy's, and I mean, this is a whole ordeal. But I was like, I'd probably take the blame on this. I should have ordered because I can actually pronunciate words. So that was the whole end of that story.
I thought there was something funny going on there.
No. I got my food and I was full. So that was all that.
Was that
too.
the funny part? I'm waiting for the punchline.
It wasn't a funny part. It was just talking about speech impediment and why you shouldn't let them order food for you.
Yeah, honestly, it's the worst.
So with that being all said, JC, we interrupted you. We're going to get back to you right now. Is there any honorable mentions or anything that wasn't on your list for patriotic movies that didn't quite get into the top five?
I definitely I'd have to say Independence Day. Not on my list, but it has to be kind of an honorable mention.
The first one, not
goddamn title.
The first one, right?
Yes.
No, we don't talk about the second one. It's shame
I
they only made the
still
first one
have
movie.
not saw the second one yet, and I will not probably. No Will Smith, I'm out.
And then the second one, there's another one. There's another one that has like 4th of July in the title. I can't remember.
Oh, are you talking about the one with Tom Cruise? Born on 4th of July,
Yeah,
Tom
that
Cruise,
one.
and
Yeah.
he's in a wheelchair, and they get in the wheelchair battle.
Yeah, so that,
That scene alone.
both of those were honorable mentions. I think that they definitely can be on a list, but because they were so specific, I'm like,
Now,
I was going to go broader with my list.
I went broad with my list in the fact that, Independence Day, 4th of July, I wasn't quite looking for, this movie is based on the 4th of July. I was thinking 4th of July means America. So what movies had a heavy influence of America and patriotic sense to it? So my honorable mentions, a little bit longer. I had 5, could have been easily 10 more, but I went with Red Dawn. Wolverines, Red Dawn. Not the second one, not the original one. Patrick Swayze.
Not with Josh Peck, the Snake.
No, not with him. And the fact that they killed off Chris Hemsworth, I fucking still hate that movie.
Oh yeah,
for that part
spoiler
where he
alert!
gets popped in the head. It's been a while. People haven't seen it. If you were a fan of the first movie, you probably saw the reboot, and you know what happens.
It was
It
pretty
was
good.
a sad moment, and I was fucking pissed the rest of the movie on because everybody else on that Wolverines I did not like. The only person was Chris Hemsworth, and when he got sniped in the head, I was like, I'm out. Fuck this movie. So the original Patrick Swayze, I think he made one was like Steel Dawn, where he's like a post-apocalyptic continuation sequel, and he goes around with a sword. No, just the original one with the Wolverines. Patrick Swayze. There's also, pretty much like the cast from The Outsiders was in that movie too.
Good movie, Outsiders. I cried reading that book.
Still a great one. Love the fight scene at the end. I went with Captain America, the first two, Winter Soldier and First Avenger. First Avenger had a great sense of, it's America versus the Nazis. You have the Red Skull versus Captain America. So a bunch of that kind of influence, which, we grown up, that's the big battle that usually happens in World War. I believe it was World War II is where this one was based off of. And then Winter Soldier. It was a great movie. Captain America alone, a patriot in the saying.
He's just a steroid user. That's all he is.
You mean super soldier serum, but
it's a weird way of saying steroids.
Moving on, American Sniper I had on my honorable mention one. Another great movie. A lot of these honorable mentions are the war movies because when I got in my top 5, they're more of that comedy sense. They're kind of out there. They're really patriotic movies, but
you got
out
Team
there.
America on there, don't you?
I'm not going to answer that question.
I'm not going to answer the pause. So does JC.
It probably. it's a great movie.
Hey,
it's a great movie. And then Lone Survivor is another one I had there. That's another.
Mark Wahlberg, great actor.
I'm talking about Mark Wahlberg. I have not seen The Last Night, and I probably won't. Transformers.
Really, no, really good. Honestly, I went to go see it. Probably the best Transformers movie.
See, I think if you're a Transformers fan, you'll like it just for the fact that it's gonna blow up and you have cool cars and you got.
No, it's funny as shit.
Yeah, I think it's to the point where they're like, you know what, we're not gonna be a serious movie. Fuck it.
No, it was a good
and Mark
movie. It's the
Wahlberg.
best one.
Mark Wahlberg is an underrated comedic actor. I think.
Honestly, yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Well, I don't think he's not underrated in my book, but in the public's
eye, because
yeah.
when you see Mark Wahlberg, you're thinking more of the action, muscle tone. Shooter, great movie. I really like Shooter because it kind of had that Jason Bourne sense. I wouldn't say. I mean, it was a good movie for what it was, and
I like how you describe it and you say Jason Bourne. It's like, yeah, it's a great movie. It has that okay movie vibe to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not going to make you. It's not going to give you an Oscar, but it's going to be something that if it pops on, it's something you can watch. You'll want to watch it. So that was it. Mark Wahlberg, though, Daddy's Home 2. I'm really excited for that one. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Will
Patriot
Ferrell,
Day too.
Mel Gibson, John Lithgow, John Cena as the other. I mean, exactly. I'm waiting for that song to pop on.
I just
when
like
he shows
yelling
up.
because I can see my voice fluctuate.
Yeah. You're maxing out almost all the time. Have to keep you on low. So yeah, that was my honorable mentions, and then we'll go into. Maybe we should start with JT since he has 2. Well, maybe he has 5. Maybe he has 5.
I have 2 with 3 assists.
Okay, so we'll give you 5. So we'll go ahead and start you out because you had. That's all you have.
I'll start with my 3 assists. My 3 assists.
Bumps. Yeah, Dodgeball wasn't a patriotic. Well, it's kind of a patriotic movie, but.
Santa Iwajima. It's got the motherfucking Duke in it.
Yeah.
So
You're going old school on us.
Yeah.
These ones.
Did you bring notes on it as well?
My dad printed me off. Shout out to Dadzilla.
Dadzilla
for printing
making the
notes.
courage here,
Yeah.
providing most of his answers for his son.
Just like in accounting class.
Yeah, just like in every class.
Yes. I'm going back to my number 4. It's going to be Sandlot. I know I said it last week for my number, but it is America. Little kids playing baseball, a shit game, but hey, it's America. They can do what they want. And then, it's just kids being kids.
Yeah, as long as you don't throw like a girl.
You throw like a girl.
Not the fact that we're pointing out anything with gender relations or anything like that.
Which gender, though?
Yeah, it was gender many.
What's the wage gap between all 37 million genders?
I have no clue.
I'm sure
We took.
of
Oh,
that.
that's right. We took a class on that, and that was.
You triggered me now. I'm hashtag triggered. Got me. Got me triggered now. Whew.
Yeah.
I need a minute.
Yeah, he needs to.
You need
But
a minute
yeah,
after
so.
walking up those stairs.
So
Honestly,
again,
I broke a
famous
fucking
line.
sweat.
One of the many famous lines from that movie. It's The Sandlot. You grew up, you watched any kind of baseball. That was the movie to watch when you're a kid. Always on Disney. You gotta toss it in. It's a great one. So Sandlot, move on.
Number 3 is I'm going to change it up since.
Okay.
I know this is on his list, so I'm gonna change it up, and I know we only mentioned Red Dawn, so I'm not going to mention that as my 3. I'm 3. Can't fucking
Number
talk tonight.
3
is Max, that movie with the dog,
Okay.
with the war dog. First off, dogs, fucking love dogs. And then second, war dog that saves fucking lives and shit and gets shot. It's just a great movie.
Okay.
Because America's about dogs. Because
America's about dogs.
we care more about dogs.
Well,
than
America's
something,
more about hot dogs than dogs. But,
Hey, does it have dogs in the title?
well, does it have dogs in as the meat?
Hey,
Anyways.
I don't care what the fuck's in the meat as long as it tastes good. I'm thinking kangaroo meat at Taco Bell. I'm eating horse at IKEA with the meatballs. Fucking tastes good. I'll give a shit.
Wait. You're eating horse at IKEA?
Yeah, IKEA. It came out like probably about 7 years ago now. That it had horse in the meatballs.
I'm wondering IKEA as I was thinking IKEA as in like the furniture.
Yeah,
They're selling food.
They have a food court. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
are they also using horses to glue all their furniture together too?
Shit, no, no, they don't because they've got to assemble it your fucking self at IKEA.
That's
IKEA.
saving.
That is
They
true.
can market their own glue product with it too. So that's just networking within the business. So that probably use the scraps to make glue. You got to use the whole animal.
Yeah. No waste. No waste.
And we did not hurt any animals in taping up the show.
No. I mean, you see me walking up them stairs?
And you're
a real
considered
beast.
An animal.
Yeah, it was a beast, yeah.
Took a hog down.
Yeah, tell you fucking what. Stairs. You ever need to get away from a fat guy who you pissed off, just go up a flight of stairs. Good to go. That's my tip of the day.
And what's your
Number two?
Number two. It's already been mentioned, but I can't. Independence Day.
Yeah.
It's number two. It has to be. If you don't at least talk about it, you're a fucking communist.
JT, I have a feeling that our number ones are the same.
No. Because I know your number one is Team America.
No,
No?
it's not.
Oh, okay. Well, what's your number one?
I'm not gonna say it right
My
now.
number one is...
I just have a feeling.
My number one is The Patriot.
Mel Gibson, great movie.
Because he's the best action star there.
Badass movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the scenery.
it literally is America, first of all. You know, Revolutionary War. It's about fucking 4th of July there. It is America.
The part where this it's been out forever, so there's no
2000,
spoilers.
since 2000.
Yeah.
I have it.
No spoilers.
I know the date.
The Heath Ledger part when he gets killed by the captain of the British advancement. Still one of the most traumatizing pictures or moments in movies for me. Like every time I watch it, I watched it a million times. That scene always gets to me, almost more traumatic than seeing Chucky for the first time. But that's for a whole different sake. The fact that they put a new trailer out and it popped up on my Facebook right when I turned it on, I instantly had to close that sumbitch down because too many childhood memories. Still will not watch the movie.
Show me where this. Show me where this
Chucky all the way through.
No, I did when I was 8 years old.
Have you seen Chucky's Bride? The sequel?
Okay.
That one's even better.
This is what they torment me because my whole brothers. I've got 3 brothers and my dad, and every time one of those movies is on TV and I'll be out there, I'll turn my head and they'll click on it, and then all of a sudden I hear us, come out and play, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I'm out the door.
That's funny.
I get out. Anything that references that movie, I mean, it's been better now, but I went through a lot of traumatizing years where I would just have nightmares of that shit, and it kept on getting to me. Nick Creason, the biggest bastard I've ever known.
Same, yep.
When we were at KUL, we would be doing shows, and he would pick, not like every show, but he would pick moments of the time where I'd be looking away, and then he'd go on his screen, and then he would pop up, and it would be a picture of Chucky right there. And so but I saw
Is that the old bungalow too?
That was the old bungalow.
Yeah, fuck, that place was fuck. Put a picture of Chucky in that hole.
Especially in the basement.
At night, that place got scary.
Yeah,
because I always had
especially
the
when they're
night
cooking
show.
fucking meth in the basement.
Yeah, and you're turning off lights and everything. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's honestly like the perfect scene for a murder movie to start.
I didn't go in the basement.
Well, I mean,
I'm just like fuck 250 and 0.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But so I saw a little bit of the new one, and they changed him up completely. It looked weird as shit. They changed the color of. They tried to bring the essence of the original doll, but they made him look. I don't know if they CGI'd
Probably,
like a robot or something. It just looked weird. And the worst part of all of this is my brother, God, and he knew this would get me. Christmas 2 years ago, he brought me a gift, and he goes up, he's like, hey, Curran, you can open this early if you want, but if you do, you have to watch it. And so right there, my suspicion went high. I had no clue. I was thinking, oh, it could be a cheap game, or I could use it. It'd be something cool. It was a Blu-ray 20-year anniversary edition of Child's Play, the first one, with a box of Twizzlers. So I used the box of Twizzlers. I got the movie, and I'm just staring at the front cover. And it had like the holographic front, and it like changed the different scenes of it. Anyways, regardless, by the end of the night, I traded it with my brother. He still watches it. I can't watch that movie. I mean, I saw it the first time. I thought it was a kid's movie. I watched about half of it, and then all of a sudden, once he started going around killing people, I was out the door. And then I saw the final scene where he's standing up there on the pit and they start blasting him and he's just laughing there, and all of it. I hate dolls.
Does Annabelle give you the same thing?
Not real.
No?
I mean, kind of. I watched the new trailer of it, and like the eye thing and how they made her more like movement wise.
Yeah.
I'm not a scary movie kind of guy.
Same. I also am a pussy. Same.
I don't really care so much about it. Like, there's movies
are supposed to give you joy, not fucking fright.
I mean,
if I want fright,
I'm not a horror movie.
Go in the ghetto.
I don't mind watching. I'll watch a Friday the 13th. I'll watch a Halloween. But once you start throwing dolls and mini people doing shit, it gets really weird, and I'm out the door.
So if you ever have kids, and you have a girl or a guy, I mean, gender norms, they can play with dolls now too, and it's not gay. And if they have dolls, will you just like fucking be like, nope, no dolls?
I'm putting a basketball or a football in his hands. I'm not putting a doll in his hands.
Yeah. What about her?
Or her, same thing. She'll get a tennis racket or something.
Tennis racket. Yeah.
We'll do something. I just don't do dolls. The closest thing, my mom bought my dad the Tickle Me Elmo, like the new one.
Fucking A.
And because she saw it on the South Park. She saw it on the South Park episode where it was like the Don't Touch Me Elmo or something like that, or it was like Pervy Elmo. It was something really weird. They just say, ooh, Elmo likes that. It was some weird shit. But she saw that and we were making fun. We're like, oh, we should get that for Dad. That is the creepiest fucking toy I have ever seen.
It moves on its own.
It does, and it has a sensor. So one night, I probably told this story, not sure, or actually I think I told it here in the office, but it was like midnight, it was Christmas Eve, something like that,
and I'm walking around. We're over on Christmas.
Well, because that's where everybody gets together and a lot of fucked up shit happens. That's what happens in my house, a lot of weird stuff.
I knew he had some incest in him.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
it's fucking Christmas.
So anyways, so I'm standing there and I go out and it's like pitch black. My brother's sleeping on the couch, and so I'm walking out. Yeah. I went out there to get some nourishment.
Need some Gatorade.
I had to go get some
electrolytes.
I gotta get my electrolytes.
Up a real sweat.
So I went in there and I went to go to snack, and then all of a sudden, like, I didn't see where the doll was or the Elmo, and the thing just moves. I was like, "Come here, I want to play." I was out the door. I ran back to my room. I was like, "Fuck that!" Like midnight, pitch black, and I hear that shit.
I'm not hungry anymore.
I'm done. I am in the other room. Fucked all that. I don't do dolls. I've been better around them. I can see a picture of Chucky. I won't watch a trailer or anything like that. Again, I clicked it off my Facebook and hid it so they don't pop that shit on me because the new trailer came out today for the new one. I'm done with those movies. I don't do them.
So is Chucky on your
list? No, Child's Play is not on my Patreon. Any of them are not on my Child's Play. I mean, it took me a long time to get over watching Eight-Legged Freaks because I don't like spiders as much
anymore.
I still don't. I mean, I'm used to them, but nothing's on the level of Chucky. That's a no-go with my list ever. So yeah, there you go. And you know what happens? Nick's gonna listen to this, and the first thing he's gonna do is probably message me a picture of Chucky, and it's gonna pop up on my phone. And go, yeah. He's done that too many times. So, anyways,
good to know.
Good to know, yeah. So tonight at 1 o'clock, I'll get a message, and what's gonna be a picture of?
You gotta walk to your car too at dark when it's dark outside.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
there we go. So anyways, there's a little rant. But we were at your one. You won the Patriot.
Number one. Wait,
and
was
then
Patriot number one with you?
Patriot is number one.
All right.
That's a good pick.
I mean, any movie called The Patriot should be filled with revolutionary war battles and inspirational speeches about freedom.
Do you have the whole Wikipedia?
This drama.
All right, you're done. You're out. No, you're done.
Added bonus
we're skipping over you.
Bringing back the British forces
JC, you're on. JT, go play with your sign you made back there. JC, you're up.
All right.
Countdown.
So number 5 most patriotic or 4th of July.
Most America.
Yeah, and so basically my list is kind of the America videos. You know,
America,
it's not so much about
yeah.
Independence Day or 4th of July, but just kind of movies you watch and you go fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And the song title, America,
and
fuck yeah.
And saying motherfucking day, yeah, America.
Exactly. And coming in at number 5 is Team America: World Police. And for me, that's a great movie. And then with the song of America, fuck yeah,
it's an inspirational movie.
It is, yeah.
Hell yeah. And just seeing it, and it's a fucking funny movie. It's got all kinds of good America shit in it. So it's a funny one to watch. It's all about America. It's got a good fucking song that's catchy. So overall, I think it's a good movie, especially to watch on 4th of July. That's
a good movie to watch anytime,
America.
Especially at 2 a.m. and drunk. That's a great movie to watch.
Exactly.
I bought it for a friend's birthday party. Never watched it, and we're like, what? How? I mean, how? We still go around, and my friend, we watched it in high school when it first came out, which was a long time ago.
I was in middle school.
I was like a freshman is when I first saw it or something like that. Because I was on the basketball team there at Pendleton, and we watched it on the bus ride because they were talking about the sex scene with the dolls, and we were just like laughing our brains out.
Got all
on
my
that.
fetishes.
But so I watched it with a friend. And so now we just go around, we're just like, if we would piss off, or not piss off, but if we're just like messing around, we'll just be like, I treasure your friendship.
Yeah, right.
And that's all we would say. That's all we say. Like if we're just like a handshake, we're like, I treasure your friendship. I treasure yours too.
That's funny.
And stuff like that. That's all we do. That's all we say.
After that lovely night on Christmas Day.
Yeah, exactly.
I treasure your friendship.
There you go.
Whisper in the ear.
That's when you know it's ended.
Yeah. But what you see, and it's you could go up to most people and be like, America, fuck yeah, and they'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, I love that song, good movie. So, yeah, so a good number 5. My number 4 is Top Gun. Definitely another one of those movies that you just go, fuck yeah, America, and especially with the opening song of Highway to the Danger Zone. Yeah, it came out in that
Top Gun follows a cocky young Navy pilot.
Do you have the description of that movie too?
Yeah, wait, let me read it.
Okay, this is what bewilders me. You have all these descriptions of these movies, yet most of them weren't even on your list.
No, man, it's not America enough. I mean, it's a war movie to me, not America.
As America as it gets. Tom Cruise and the map. They just announced a sequel.
They did.
They have the date. It's called No, it's not a remake. It's called Maverick.
Yeah, it's gonna be focused on
because I think
Tom Cruise's character.
Yeah, and I think he takes over.
He aged out of the Air Force now.
I think he takes over as Tom Skerritt's role as like the instructor, the owner of the
for Top Gun. Yeah,
they're rebooting everything though. It's the same shit. Just rehash.
Was he and one of the
you're not
things,
saying about Transformers and
that
Pirates
was a
of the
good fucking movie.
Caribbean?
At least it was a good movie. Pirates of the Caribbean, good movie. Transformers.
The new one?
They're also making multiple Pirates of the Caribbean movies too. So
Johnny Depp said he'll keep doing it as long as people.
That's because he's getting this. He's getting the check.
No shit, because it's a funny fucking movie.
And they literally cannot make a Pirates of the Caribbean movie without Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it's good entertainment. It's good entertainment. I like it.
But so I mean,
I stopped watching about the second one.
Well, that's because you're a fucking communist.
And American communists, okay, we're going on.
Anyways,
so Top Gun, and especially with the beginning to Highway to the Danger Zone.
Yeah,
great song.
Oh,
Goose,
good shit. Talk to me, Goose.
I mean, talking about Kenny Loggins with Danger Zone. He also did Hanging with the Boys.
Yeah,
Lana.
Yeah, there you go.
Spiking the mics again.
Danger Zone.
It's all right. It's all good.
Archer.
They want to hear.
I love Archer.
I'm almost through season 7.
So good. He dies.
Well, it's all his dream.
No, he dies. No, it's not a fucking dream. He dies. He legit dies.
There's gonna be a season 8.
No, he dies.
Don't tell me. I still gotta finish it.
He fucking dies. Okay.
All right,
Archer.
it's all good. No worries.
He'll always be back.
Oh,
He'll
this
always
is
be
good
back.
stuff. No, this is good.
No, Archer's
good
my number one.
conversation.
No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, honestly, America, fucking alcoholics and guns.
Hell yeah.
And he
Fucking
always
America.
gets, I mean, I guess it's more like 007 sake, because he always gets the girls. Actually, no, he's just always
buys the
completely
girls,
broke.
yeah.
He buys,
007 never had to buy.
or he makes the girls. I mean, he's dating a robot for like most of one of the seasons, so.
Hey,
or
man,
married.
vibrating vagina, I'll be down.
Is that her vagina in my sink? Great, it's a great show. That's
love
one of my
that show. Have you
favorites.
seen that?
I
It's
think
good.
I've rewatched like the whole series
Oh, yeah.
2 or 3 times already.
And it's great to try and keep pace with them, too. Great drinking game. Every
Oh.
time they drink, you drink.
Oh, you're not gonna make it through the first couple episodes.
Only if you're a pussy.
So obviously you haven't made it through the first couple episodes.
First couple episodes. If you can make it through a season, I would be amazed. And you have to drink the drink he does,
Oh, fuck that. No.
because it's like some strong shit.
He's
Like,
drinking that shit that they put in
rough to
combs.
keep up.
Like barbers
Yeah.
put in combs.
and
that.
he's just pounding like at least 4 or 5 drinks every couple minutes. Even if he tried to keep up with Mallory, his
Fucking
mom,
right. Yeah.
and she drinks like the high end scotch and shit. So, yeah. Anyways, we're
All
gonna
right,
go back
so
finish your.
so moving on to my number 3 is the movie Miracle. With,
Great movie. Great movie.
The United States versus Russia.
Do you have the description on that one too?
and the and the
1980s, 1980 miracle movie.
yeah, you know, and it's one of those where, you know, America is, you know, comes in as an underdog and then pulls out the win and, you know, upsets everybody,
movie.
you know, and just it overall it's just a feel good America movie, and, you know, the one that you go, you know, fuck yeah, America, let's go.
It's one of the most memorable history moments in sports in anything, and it's hockey. Which, when you think America, it's like hockey.
They have goddamn bagged milk.
what they
I'm sorry. Hold on. I gotta go off on a tangent here. Fucking Canadians
It's not like we haven't
have
done that all day.
bagged milk.
Yeah, so
Bagged fucking milk. First off, how do you pour it out of a fucking bag?
just like
it just
they do-
goes to waste.
Hang on,
you
hang on,
can't
hang
get
on.
like a Ziploc
Put a little
bag or
nipple
some
on
shit.
just
the
like
top.
they do boxed wine that's in a bag.
Fucking, it's called a quart. It's fucking.
You know, they make canned wine now. Like, they have literally canned wine.
Yes, I know. I'm an alcoholic. Yes, I know that.
Yeah, they
I have one in
canned
my
wine.
pocket right now.
They even make like the like juice boxes of wine now.
Sure.
Yeah.
They do it all.
Yeah, but
So-
no, fucking bagged milk. What the shit is that? Like
It's like-
what fucking Canuck said, hey,
Canuck?
let's,
Who the fuck's a Canuck?
it's Canadians, the fucking Canucks.
They're Canucks.
No, the fucking Canucks. Because I'm not calling
Okay,
them by the
then.
rid of
Well,
bagged milk.
new
I'm not
word
calling
of the
them
day.
Canuck.
JT's word of the day. Canuck.
Canuck. just like cafe.
Bagged milk. He's like, hey, it's in a carton. This is pretty good, but hold on. Hold my okay beer and my beaver hat and my poutine.
Hey, poutine's good as shit.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, but that's one thing I
Fries,
do like.
cheese curds,
yeah.
and gravy. Come on now.
Fucking yeah, boner right there. But no, fucking bagged milk? No, get the fuck out of here, Canada. Get the fuck out,
Canada?
Canada.
Jeez. And new word number 2. Canadian.
Number 2. Yeah, is that your number? Your number 1 is
Jesus.
Blame Canada from South Park. No.
That's not fucking South Park, you fucking
Yeah, it
heathen.
is.
No,
It's a South
it's
Park
fucking
movie.
the Amenitons or whatever the shit that is.
No, Blame
With the
Canada.
Cats? No,
No, Blame Canada
Jesus.
is
No.
from the first South Park movie. It is the main
No,
song.
you
Blame
can't-
Canada.
No.
Robin Williams even did that song live and in person at one of the award shows because it got nominated. Yes, Blame Canada is the main song from the first South Park Uncut and Longer, whatever the other tagline names is.
There's some furious typing going on over here to
There
confirm
is.
this.
That's the song that I'm thinking of when you say Blame Canada.
I believe that is a South Park song.
It's the first movie South Park song. They had so many songs. They even had I had the CD there for a while. So many classics. They had the fuck song. Then they had Cartman's "Mom's a Big Fat Bitch" song, which, if you watch South Park, you know exactly how that song goes, as they repeat it about 40 or 50,000 times. and then you had Blame Canada, which was the big musical number at the end of the movie when they blame Canada. So as you guys are searching on your phone to make sure it's a fact check, I've seen that movie about 30 or 40 times, so I know that song's in there, and it got an award, and Robin Williams did that live and in person. So, all with that said, I do believe...
Fuck you! You on some bullshit!
and
JT is proven wrong as he walks out the door, and then he looks at the stairs, and he might rethink about it.
Damn, it is much quieter in here.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a lot cooler. So, right. JC, we're at your number 1.
Or we're at my number 2 still.
Number 2.
Since JT's decided
JT's gone, so now we can get through everything.
We can kind of burn through number 2. Red Dawn was mentioned before. Red Dawn's my number 2. Wolverines always the last on.
I'm scared. I don't know where JT went, and it's like when you lose your child at the grocery store. It's kind of that feeling because he can go cause mischief, or he can go standing in a corner.
Fucking tell me I'm wrong one more goddamn time.
Jesus. Is that a shovel? What the fuck?
You don't break anything. Jeez. Yeah, that's my snow shovel that we use.
So much for having him come back to the studio.
Well, just like a kid, he always brings something you don't expect. So yeah, number 2 was Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, good movie. Wolverines will always last on. And for my number 1, sorry, we got some mischief going on behind us here.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure what he's doing.
Get back in here.
And he's got a hammer. How the fuck did he get a hammer? Why the fuck does a radio show need a hammer? What the fuck is this here?
You need to calm down a little bit.
I don't like being wrong.
Well, you were wrong, so get over it.
God damn it!
All right, so my number 1.
We need to stay on track, guys.
Is my number 1 movie for Independent and America Fuck Yeah. Is the SEAL Team 6, the Raid on Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
I fell asleep during that movie.
For me, it was one of those things that in real life after it happened, America was brought together so well, and you saw that there was, people in the streets with American flags. Everybody was, having what I would say good rights of, walking down the streets and, just America, fuck yeah, all kinds of good shit. And then the movie, got to see kind of what happened on the other end of, the SEAL team going in and kicking ass, taking names, doing what they do best. And so it's just kind of one of those, good movies. And it's one of those things that you go, fuck yeah, I'm proud to be American. So I definitely think it's one of a good number 1.
I have not seen that movie. I've saw like clips. There's a lot of movies that are kind of in that. And sure. I'm pretty sure that is the one that they use. Like they didn't use.
So this one's more of like the kind of accurate. They have Zero Dark 30, which is kind of it's.
And this one uses
actors.
more like real, like not quite actors. It's kind of like it's like a bio.
Well, so one of the reasons I chose the SEAL Team 6 movie was because it has Exhibit in it.
Okay.
From Pimp My Ride, and that's definitely someone you wouldn't be expecting to be like, yeah, let's put you in a fucking realistic war movie.
That's not the one with the guy from The Office.
No,
that's a different one.
Yeah, he's in Zero Dark 30.
No, that one. He's in.
Isn't he?
There's another one that he's like the star.
Where Chris Pratt's in?
No, not Chris Pratt. John Krasinski.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I don't think it's that one. I think it was like something Hours. I'm not sure. I can't remember the name. I haven't seen that one.
48 hours or some weird thing like that.
Yeah, there's something.
127 hours.
Yeah,
no, it's not that.
Probably.
He's not. He's not sawing his arm
hours.
off.
Yeah.
Like James Franco.
Yeah. But yeah, I think there are other movies that are kind of based off of that night that happened, but this one was just a good one because I felt like it depicted it the best and showed kind of the backgrounds of everybody. So I thought it was a good one.
Yeah.
Good number 1.
Good number 1. Now my list. This is the list you all been waiting for. And now I took this kind of more into the vibe of America. But what depicts a real what depicts a real American movie? America's got to be fighting somebody. I mean, it's
America isn't
America
violent.
is going in, and it's going to pick a fight with somebody and come out on top. So that's what I kind of base patriotic
I'm
movies.
I'm more of a power bottom myself.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
fuck it.
JT, what a pleasure it is to have you here. So this is my take on, I'm thinking Patriot, I'm thinking America, I'm thinking we're going to go in, whip somebody's ass. So right off the back, number 5, Rocky 4.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's on my list.
There it is. There he's on his list. He's got a depiction as it's a battle between Rocky Balboa and Ivan Drago revenging the death of Apollo Creed, American figure, and it just has and really it's the battle between the USSR and the USA. That's kind of the whole thing. Yeah, you had the Balboa, but it's America versus Russia. Who is going to win? And you know what? Why don't we send our best championship fighter in Rocky Balboa as he goes on ape shit streak, training in, I mean, it's probably one of the lower rated movies in the series, probably lower than Rocky 5, but I think it's one of those ones that really stands up, and Sylvester Stallone is ripped as shit in that movie because he was jacking on roids like candy.
Just like Captain America.
Just like Captain America, as you can see. So that was my number 5, Rocky 4. Number 4, Team America made the list there. Again,
yeah.
like we went through a lot about Team America, but you know what? Again, it has it in the name. And the funny thing of that is they're Team America World Police. They're trying to protect all these monuments around the world, or they're trying to like destroy weapons of mass destruction. But in order to do that, they're blowing up different monuments, everything that's big around the world. They're blowing up to save a certain bomb. So I mean, just the concept of that. And these are the only movies with dolls that I'll actually watch. That makes a little more sense.
Pornhub ones with dolls are pretty cool.
I mean, you could kind of say Team America had a little bit of,
Wrong kind of dolls.
Oh,
I don't know.
Gotcha.
JT, you're shunned. Put your nose on the dot in the corner. Just turn around. Number 3, I went with a classic movie, Stripes.
hey.
Bill Murray, Harold Ramis,
Stress.
John
When
Candy.
2 affordable slackers join the...
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. You gotta read it.
Oh, you want me to read it?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
I'll
it's
read it
yours.
because it really depicts movie, but it's a great movie, one of my favorites. I watched it when I was a little kid. Maybe I shouldn't have, but again, it's a comedic classic. So as it's written down here, when 2 affable slackers join the army as a way to better themselves, they soon find out it's not everything that they were led to believe. Luckily, they're filled with enough bravado and American ingenuity to help get them out of several sticky situations, even if they were the same 2 idiots who created those situations in the first place, because they took the RV to go meet with their girlfriends over in, I can't remember exactly where they did it, but it was, I mean, again, Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, those guys, when you put them in the scene, even when they're alone, they steal the scene, and those guys just made a great movie. So Stripes was my number 3. Number 2, we went over this one, Miracle, one of my favorites. It's again, America's battling somebody else. Who it is Russia. And so it just a great sport moment, especially as a sports fan. It really touched close to me. I'm not great in hockey, but that moment was just so big for the U.S.
I want to get more into hockey, honestly, because it's a fucking fight. Like, I have no idea what's going on. I went to, in Portland, we have the Winterhawks.
Yeah, Winterhawks. I go to a lot of Tri-City American games.
Yeah, and
against
like
Winterhawks.
I know some dude's sole job in that is to scrape blood.
You're an enforcer.
Scrape blood off the fucking ice. Into a bucket.
Well, you got to get a gold tooth, and you get a little change for that too.
Yeah,
but
I like fucking hockey. I have no idea what's going on, but it's fucking fight.
Yeah, but I mean, and Miracle was one of those movies where basically it's no matter what sport, whatever, it's one of those things that every American got behind the team and was all for it. So I think that's one of the good
the
good
nation
parts of the movie.
The nation got behind the team, and it's a big comeback story because the whole thing was you get Herb Brooks, who was on the first team but didn't get a medal because he got sent home before they went to the Olympics. So he's going back, and he's taking a whole new approach of trying to use college players in amateurs instead of the professional type, because professional types, as you can see, they're more about their individuality. They're trying to score for themselves. They're trying to get the big name. So blah blah blah. They're not going to work. So what do you have to do? You have to build a team. You have to do it with college players because they don't have that value. They're playing for a medal. They're playing for themselves and their team instead of for money. So that was the big thing, and it's just a whole different approach. And why not test that approach on playing against the greatest team in hockey history, probably one of just dominating years after years. And so to be able to do that in your first take as a team, getting them ready in a year, I mean, that's just ridiculous. After getting blown out by many teams before that, and then trying to find a groove, and it just, again, you just hear that clip that they have it everywhere. Al Michaels, one of his first clips he ever did as a broadcaster. So right there, and he's one of the greats in this industry in broadcasting sports. And to have him do that and see that career, I mean, it was like the moment. He got that moment. And so, I mean, it was just huge. For the country, everybody was following. It was like, in the U.S., on that day, time stopped when that game ended. He's like, do you believe in miracles? Everything stopped because that moment everyone was focused on.
Now, question. You think, what's his face? You just mentioned
Al Michaels.
Yeah. You think he would be as big today if that didn't happen?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? He still would have had a career?
It was one of his first moments. I wrote a whole thing about Al Michaels, and he called a lot of big events that happened in the 70s. He called the World Series that went through the earthquake. He called that too. So he had a bunch of major calls. But yeah, that one probably is one of the most memorable ones that he called.
Yeah.
But I think his career would still be as big as today.
Big. Okay.
So again, you get that credit once you hit that national broadcast and you get those events and you get to make that call. I mean, that just cements you at a whole different level. So that's my spill on Al Michaels, one of my favorites. And then number one, as I called it, the Patriot.
Oh, who called that?
Well, I told you my number one is probably the same as your number one.
Already read it, but any movie called The Patriot should be.
Any movie called The Patriot should be number one.
Yeah.
But we kind of discussed this. Mel Gibson, great movie. They really brought the guerrilla warfare tactic to stop the British.
It literally is 4th of July because that's fucking yeah.
Exactly. A lot of big name actors was in it. A lot of good action scenes.
Were in it,
one of my favorite scenes was when they're in the battlefield and you see the slow motion cannonball take off some guy's head.
Yeah, fucking. Hey.
It was legit as shit. One of my favorite movies. A lot of good. I mean, it's Mel Gibson. He was in that prime from like '95 to 2000. Those historic war movies. He had Braveheart, and then he had The Patriot. We Were Soldiers. All in that time frame, and those movies were big movies. Lethal Weapon, one of my favorites. That's
why he's the best fucking action hero star.
That's right, bringing that back, our first one.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, a great movie. That was my number one. We can squeeze in. We have some big events going on here for current events. Current events, it's time for those current events. It's time for the current events. It's time for current events. And so for current events
why
tonight,
did you pause?
so I can put my song in.
Oh, okay.
That's why I know where to put the song in.
Oh, cool. You could just say, "Hey, Curran, future Curran, put it right here."
No, give me a space so that I can just pop it in.
Yeah, I heard doing that's pretty good. I've heard. You just gotta give it the space and just pop it in there.
Yeah, so that's the problem. You've only heard, never done. So
got a wide space, pop it out, pop it in, and let it go and let it flow.
Let it go, let it go.
Oh,
Can't hold it back anymore.
Now we've started the Disney part in JT's brain.
No, that's for a different time. But for current events, we had the big news tonight. Paul George gets traded in the NBA, gets traded over to Oklahoma Thunder or Oklahoma City Thunder for just Domantas Sabonis and Oladipo, Victor Oladipo. So 2 young players goes over to Indiana in the trade. There's no 3-team trade. There's no trying to get him up with LeBron. So I think this is a rental move to use him with Russell Westbrook. Maybe there's a chance that he stays in Oklahoma City.
I don't know. I do like that combo. Westbrook.
It's a good combo.
Paul
Do I think it's something that can compete with Golden State? No. Do I think it's something that can compete in the West? Maybe they'll be 4th. Because I still like Minnesota now. Jimmy Butler, I think that's a better team than Oklahoma City. And the Spurs, what are they going to do? Are they going to get rid of Aldridge, try to bring somebody in for that? Because Blake Griffin just signed, or he agreed. He didn't sign, but he agreed to stay in the Clippers. Also, Houston. Houston picks up Chris Paul. So there's all these moves in the West. The West is becoming, a bloodbath, which is going to open up the East for, if Gordon Hayward goes over to Boston, we'll see how that one goes. It's going to open it up for Boston and Cleveland to be 1 and 2 again because there's really nobody else. Maybe Washington, John Wall, if he's going to stay in there.
No.
What does New York do? What do the Knicks do now that they got rid of Jackson?
Hey, that's my name.
Yeah. Yeah, they got rid of you, JT.
Yeah, I just decided, I didn't want to be with them anymore.
Well, also the big thing with the Knicks, are they going to get John Calipari to be their president? Are they going to bring him in?
Only
That's a big name power.
I tried to make a joke that it didn't fly.
Yeah.
Or at least over the
So,
random thought of the day, though, here, real fast, as it's in my head before I lose it again. Okay. Everybody says fucking A, right?
Yeah.
It's a big cuss word. Fucking A.
It's a big cuss word.
Yeah, everybody
You know what's
says
funny
fucking
is
A.
when people don't say that, they say F and A.
Really?
They say fuck all they want, but then when they say F and A, it's like, well,
I've never heard
you didn't even
F&A.
put the. I've
All
heard
I've
it a
heard
lot.
is fucking A. But
Well-
my thing with that is, though. Oh, shh.
Jeez.
Papa's talking. Okay, fuck is a lot worse of a curse word than ass, right?
Yeah.
So why say fucking and then not say just like what, like, because the cuss word, is it fucking ass? Is that what it is? Because fucking A. What the fuck is, what else is A then? If it's not ass, what is it? Just A?
You could throw anything in there.
Or is it a
Fucking-
Canadian A?
Fucking asparagus.
Fucking A.
So, okay, hang on. I just want to ask, can we please do the top 5 cuss words? That'd be fucking great.
That would be. Well, number one's going to be
That
fuck.
would be-
You know,
that'd
that
be a
fits in the
great show.
category.
That would be a great.
Number
I
one's
feel like
fuck.
that one's gonna be a rough show.
I have my mom's right now.
Yeah, that'll
Goddamn
definitely
fucking
be-
son of a bitch.
That'll be definitely.
That's my mom's go-to
an explosive
word.
show, but I think it'd be a fun one.
It
I think
would be
it'd
a
good.
fun one. That would be definitely a shorter show.
No, the fuck you talking about?
Oh,
It's a long one. I got a list.
You know,
would have-
that's gonna be another one where we have to have people in studio for. I think that'd be a fun.
Because
one.
everybody has their own. Like my dad, he says helm as a cuss word.
Helm?
Because his buddy's last name is
okay.
Helm. So anytime, and helm, is kind of like shit. I gotta go take a helm, and then someone cuts him off in traffic. Helm. He's just,
Or he calls the shitter the helmer.
yeah. I
Helmer.
gotta go to the helmer. And then pedestrians. That helmet almost went in front of my car there.
Well, he also calls them dogs. But
Yeah, dogs.
So
shit.
so okay, hang on.
Shit's one of those top ones for me. I
Exactly.
use that a lot.
I like motherfucker personally.
I mean,
I do too. Yeah.
I like saying that. I mean, I think number one for me would be Canuck, but
Canuck. Goddamn Canuck.
Canuck or Cafefe, one of the two.
you've been Gaddafi'd.
Yeah, right. Okay, so hang on. Getting back to current events. I wanted to bring
Shit,
up.
we on track? What?
I wanted to bring up real quick the men's baseball NCAA with the Oregon State Beavers, and how much kind of a heartbreaker it was for watching them beat LSU 13-1 one game, and then once they start to go into top 5 round, they lose back to to them.
Well,
Is this baseball?
this is college baseball. The big thing with Oregon State, the pitching had a rough 2 games.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go either way. The refs, the umpires for both teams were pretty shitty those games. I mean, Both teams were getting calls that were out that were should have been strikes, and a lot of strikes that were called balls. And now the problem with that is that opened up 3-run home runs for LSU. They had power hitters. They had a lot more power. Oregon State is a contact hitting team.
Yeah.
They hit 1 home run in the whole College World Series in Omaha, and it was a grand slam against LSU. But LSU, I think, had like 7 or 8. So they were better at getting the ball and hitting more power than Oregon State. They're a bunch of contact hitters. They're going to get on base, and they're going to move people around, get hits, and then score. Well, they weren't getting the hits.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, and you know, you mentioned the calling, and on the second, not the last game against LSU, the one before it, the call of they hit it and it lands on the foul line or up on the wall.
Yeah.
And you know, the refs call it out when it was actually a fair ball, and that could have totally changed, you know, the outcome of the game.
It was a 2-run home run. If it would have and again. In college, I don't know if they have. I don't think they do have like an instant replay that they do with the MLB. I don't think they have.
They do, and no one on the Oregon State side chose to review it, and that's why a lot of the commentators for that were questioning on why they chose not to.
I mean, I don't know if it's like you can use one a series or one a game. I don't know what the whole instinct, but then again, maybe they just didn't have quite the view to challenge it because they don't have the cameras that we get on TV, the instant replays. They just got to call it off the live. So, I mean, if it's close, you can try to argue it and, you know, press your luck and take a chance. And if not, let it go. And, I mean, the second game was probably the best game out of the series because it was a close game.
Yeah.
But to have that kind of season, and then the third game, they had opportunities. They weren't getting people on base. They weren't, or if they did, they were having a hard time bringing them in. And then they had one inning where they gave up a 3-run home run, which shouldn't have happened because the guy actually struck out. But, I mean, the umpire just had a wrong, oh my dear Jeebus. I don't need to see those kind of titties. What? Oh my, you're fogging up the glass. No one needs this.
This is a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. This is not a video recorded podcast, and it's just audio only.
Yeah, that's definitely not Facebook Live material.
Are you still talking about fucking baseball?
We were until you rudely disrupted us.
Yeah, I did not need to be flashed.
With your,
you're welcome,
man.
You're welcome. But yeah, so Oregon State to have that season, I quit following after that. I don't even know who won it. I think Florida did.
I believe, Florida, because it was their first, their first one. So
good for them. SEC. I mean, Oregon State, they're loaded, and there's the whole issue of the Heimlich pitcher, which again, it's that I don't think that would play any factor. He was a great pitcher, but again, what he did was wrong. And then the fact that he did not file to be known as a sex offender. That, I mean, you got to do it. If you commit that crime, you've got to make sure you do that shit. But that's all I'm going to say on that topic. Sure. It's for a different time. But yeah, it did play. I think it did play a factor in Oregon State because he was a big player. I know you have a question, but if it's something that has to do with why your shirt is up right now,
that glass is cold and it made my nipples hard.
Jesus Christ.
So there we go on that one. There's your, don't put your nipples on glass. It'll make them hard.
Or do. I mean, hell. I mean, if you need to get your nipples erect because you got sensitive nipples.
So someone's got to test the old adage, my nipples are hard enough to cut glass. So,
no,
I mean,
that's not going to happen. I think JT's already qualified.
Well, fun fact, women have really sensitive nipples sometimes. And you can just nibble on that nipple, and the next thing you know, it turns into Niagara Falls. Wow. Tell you what, man. Tell you what.
All right.
Them damn Canucks know how to make a waterfall.
Okay, I think that's where we're gonna end it.
That's a great ending.
Oh my god!
Wow,
this was a struggle.
Struggle. I think this is the best one yet.
This probably because it was. You know what? Yeah, that's where we're gonna end it. We're done with this one tonight.
Go home. Just fucking get out of my goddamn studio.
Honestly, there's not much more you can do after this.
I think that's the icing on the cake right there, and the cherry.
Are we talking about cherry pop? And then
all right, we're done. We're going to go ahead. You guys, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. We have a special wrestling one. JC and JT are going to be out and about over in Wallowa, I believe, at their cabin without any internet access.
If you're over there, feel free to come, hang out with us.
Yeah.
If you're over,
and I'll be over there that weekend, so we're gonna be. Yeah, bring some beads.
You show me.
We'll bring some beads.
I'll show you mine. You show me yours.
Yeah,
it's a
fair trade. Fair trade. We're gonna try to get some stuff on there for you guys. We'll have more social media.
Beads. I mean, what other type of
stuff
beads?
And YouTube stuff as well. So tune in for us again. You can go to us on YouTube, JC in the Morning. We're gonna change that name, the J2C Show.
Why is it J2C?
Because there's 2 J's and 1 C.
It's like H2O.
As much as you want me to get that to be our name, it's not going to happen on Facebook. It's already... Anyways, that's for a different time.
That's for a different time.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week. Again, we got the special wrestling one coming up next week with me and 2 guests, Griffin Fleming.
Oh, I like that, dude. Say JT says hi.
Yeah. He's going to be joining us, and as well as Tucker Carnes, a good friend of mine from Pendleton. Big wrestling fans, and so we've got some wrestling topics we're going to go over on that one. So again, from us here at the J2C Show, we will see you guys next week.
Peace out, y'all today.
See ya.